Imagine tuning into your favorite cartoon and watching something so disturbing it scarred you for life. In 2002, Cartoon Network aired a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode so disturbing that parents flooded the network with complaints, child psychologists demanded its removal, and it was permanently banned from television. This is the story of The Mask, the episode that went too far. What you're about to hear isn't your typical cartoon controversy. While most banned episodes get pulled for violence or inappropriate humor, The Mask crossed a line that even adult viewers found deeply unsettling. The episode dealt with themes so mature and psychologically complex that many questioned whether it belonged on a children's network at all. But here's what makes this story even stranger. The episode wasn't banned immediately. It actually aired multiple times before the complaints started pouring in. So what exactly happened in those 11 minutes that made Cartoon Network take such drastic action? The mask begins typically enough. A mysterious woman in a white mask crashes near the Bag farmhouse, injured and terrified. But unlike Courage's usual supernatural threats, this antagonist is disturbingly human. The masked woman, Kitty, carries a baseball bat and displays violent tendencies that immediately put Muriel in danger. As the episode unfolds, we learn Kitty's backstory through fragmented flashbacks. She's running from her abusive girlfriend Bunny, who's been trapped by a brutal gangster known only as Mad Dog. The animation style during these sequences become notably darker. Shadows stretch unnaturally, colors drain to sickly yellows and grays, and the character designs take on an almost noir-like quality. But the episode's most controversial moment comes when Kitty threatens Muriel with her bat, screaming about trust and betrayal while Courage desperately tries to protect his owner. The scene plays out with an intensity that feels more like a psychological thriller than a cartoon. But the most chilling part wasn't what happened in the episode, it's what happened after it aired. Within weeks of the episode's initial broadcast, Cartoon Network's phone lines were jammed. Parents reported their children having nightmares, asking difficult questions about domestic violence, and showing signs of genuine fear that persisted long after the credits rolled. Child development experts pointed out that the episode contained explicit references to an abusive same-sex relationship, groundbreaking representation that was unfortunately wrapped in violence and trauma. The imagery of Bunny trapped in a tower controlled by Mad Dog's threats created disturbing parallels to real domestic abuse situations that many felt were too mature for the target demographic. What made the backlash even more intense was the episode's ambiguous ending. Unlike typical Courage episodes where good triumphs clearly, The Mask ends with Kitty and Bunny driving away together, their future uncertain. This lack of closure left both children and parents feeling unsettled and confused. Here's where the story gets even more fascinating. Series creator John R. Dilworth later revealed that The Mask was intentionally designed to push boundaries. The production team wanted to explore whether animation could tackle serious social issues while maintaining the show's surreal horror aesthetic. The episode's writer, David Stephen Cohen, drew inspiration from film noir and psychological thrillers, deliberately crafting scenes that would feel uncomfortable even for adult viewers. The voice acting was recorded with unusual intensity. The actress playing Kitty was encouraged to channel genuine anger and desperation, resulting in performances that felt disturbingly real. Most shocking of all, Cartoon Network executives approved the episode knowing it would be controversial. They wanted to test the limits of what their late-night programming could achieve. They just didn't expect the reaction to be so overwhelming that it would force a permanent ban. The Mask was quietly removed from all future broadcasts and excluded from DVD releases for years. It became the holy grail of lost media for Courage fans, traded on underground forums and whispered about in animation circles. The episode's ban actually enhanced Courage's reputation as one of the most psychologically complex children's shows ever created. It proved that animation could tackle serious subjects like domestic abuse, toxic relationships, and trauma, even if the execution was too intense for its intended audience. Today, The Mask exists in a strange limbo. While it's technically available through certain streaming platforms with content warnings, it remains one of the most notorious examples of a cartoon episode that went too far. The banned episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog reminds us that animation has always been capable of exploring the darkest corners of human experience. Sometimes, it explores them too well. What do you remember about The Mask? Did you see it before it was banned, and how did it affect you? Drop your theories and memories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more forbidden cartoon content that networks don't want you to remember. And trust me, there's another banned cartoon out there even darker than The Mask. The story's coming soon. Because here at Cartoon Nexus, we never forget the episodes they tried to erase.